Hey, it's KAFKUBA here. I know I revamped my channel, and the idea was that I was going to try to focus, and maybe I was losing viewers because I wasn't focused enough, and maybe I should focus on one thing, so I was doing the whole electrical engineering thing. But the bottom line is, I'm random, and I want to do a lot of different things. That's my gig. I'm a musician, I'm a engineer, a bunch of crap. It's just the way I am, and that's why I'm a failure. I just take things to a certain level, and I get a certain amount of interest in it, and then I kind of like fade off because it's like, why bother? Anyway, so the diversion here is what you might call a midlife crisis. Well, every time somebody tells me I'm going through a midlife crisis, I say, well, shit, then I've been going through a midlife crisis since I was 12, because my entire life feels like a midlife crisis. I'm always trying to search, always trying to understand, whatever. I'm not going to go down that path. This is not a video about midlife crises. We're on the wisps of Hurricane Dorian here in the Northeast. It's just, it feels like a hurricane, but we're just on the outer edges, and God bless everybody, and I pray for everybody who's had their lives devastated in the Bahamas. I don't want to go down that path either. I understand how serious it is, but this is really about skateboarding. And I have no right even talking about skateboarding. My earliest memory of a skateboard was like this wood board with like metal wheels. And you didn't even want to stand on it, because if you stood on it, you'd fall over. I remember when I was with my first serious girlfriend, that ended up being my ex-wife, they had penny boards, they call them now, penny board. When I was a kid, they didn't call them penny boards. They were like plastic pieces of shit with wheels that look like ping pongs. And I remember going down a hill and like thinking, this is fun, and then I got to a certain speed and I bailed, and all of a sudden I'm running and I'm falling on my face because you're not used to jumping off a skateboard that's going at a certain speed and there's a certain momentum. So, and my only other experience with skateboarding was when I was in college, and we were all in a band, and one of our friends was a punk rocker, and he was building his own skateboards and buying his own rails and making his own trucks and doing all this other shit. I think he might have even stole my wrench, because I lent him my tools because I had a car and he was riding skateboards. And so we used to pedal around the campus, and I never liked being off my feet in any sport. I skied, I water skied, I had some little experience with skateboarding, but I've never been an off my feet kind of guy, right? I like sports, I like running, and like anytime I'm off my feet, roller skates, rollerblades, I suck. But I have no right skateboarding. But I was in Maine on vacation this week, and I saw this old guy, my age, maybe even a little older. I turned around, I'm sitting on the beach minding my own business, drinking, and this guy's like, I see this guy fly by on the fucking boardwalk. He's like, I'm like, what is that guy doing? He's like, and he was smiling, he was happy, and I was like, instantly motivated. I was like, why is that guy enjoying Elysian beer, by the way, a really great beer, well priced, delicious, a go-to beer. I'm like, why is that guy enjoying life and I'm not? Well, I caught up with him a few days later, and I was like, were you a pro skater? And the guy gives us this long story, me and my son. He's like, no, I broke my back in 2 places. It was wicked bad. They told me I'd never walk again. And I had surgery, 2 surgeries. I can't surf anymore because I can't get on my stomach. And I'm like, man, okay, that's cool. And my daughter got me this skateboard and for Father's Day. And I'm like listening to this guy, and I'm like, here's a guy that was never going to walk again. Obviously he's skied, obviously he's surfed, obviously he's not risk adverse. He's everything I'm not. And I'm like thinking, I'm not dead yet. And this guy's getting some core exercise, he's riding a skateboard, and I'm like, I was motivated by it. It kind of haunted me. So that brings us to this story. I was so motivated that I started researching skateboards. Now, I'm not gonna go in a pool, I'm not gonna do fucking rails, I'm not gonna spin around. I was not interested in anything like that. But what I was really interested in was the pumping and the core exercise and the fact that he looked so happy. And I did a lot of research, and one of the things I noticed with skateboards is I do a lot of research no matter what I get involved with. And what I noticed with skateboards is there was not a lot of comprehensive direction. And you would think there was after all these years. Everybody's skateboarding, everybody's doing. I wasn't feeling like there was any direction. So I just started looking around, and I had to almost like use my instinct to get to the point where I was like, well, what was he doing? What was that board? What was special about that board that he could? I found out it was pumping, and I found out that there was skate surfing, which I think is relatively new. I'm not sure. So I found this Hamboards site, and it was one of the better sites. And plus they're a little retro, and their emphasis is surf skating and surfing, and they made it seem really cool. And they were on Shark Tank, and I was really excited about it. It seemed like the one site that I could kind of depend on. Their customer service was a bit iffy because I tried to go online and do one of their live chat things, and they never got back to me. But I got 40 emails saying, sorry, we missed your call. That's cool. That's cool. I get it. They're probably having fun. They don't have time to attend to their site, but not trying to rag on them. But here it is. It came 2 days later, and I just want to unbox this. I want to show you what came. I want you to share this experience with me. It came within 2 days. I was getting updates the entire way. The skateboard, I'm assuming, is completely assembled. And for guys like me who are not really into skateboarding, but are dreaming about it and probably will end up giving it to one of their sons or kids or whatever, I just kind of want to do, yeah, $200. $200. There's a code too for if you sign up for their subscribe. They give you like 10% off. It paid for the shipping. That was really cool. I appreciate that. I'm kind of excited. It's like I've spent my entire life as an electrical engineer being risk adverse. I used to ski. I used to water ski. I used to mountain bike. Let me give you a better angle here. I used to mountain bike. I used to do a lot of things. But I kind of minimalized at one point because I believe in minimalization. That's a big thing to me. But when you minimalize, you tend to kind of give up on life. And that was what was inspiring about that guy I saw in Maine. Look at this. I'm sliding this out. As I slide this out, I'm kind of getting a boner. Because look at this thing. This is beautiful. Oh my God. This is seafoam with cream. It came from Pennsylvania. I was tracking it online on UPS. I was kind of hoping it came from California with some California pubes on it or some California wind. But it came from Pennsylvania. And I'm not sure where they're made. They might be made in China for all I know. Wherever it's made, oh my God, it looks just like what I ordered. Look at those wheels. Look at those trucks. Oh my God, this is a beautiful piece of artwork. And yes, it's a piece of wood. I mean, it doesn't get much simpler than this, to be honest with you. But beauty is in simplicity. Look at this. Even as I slide the plastic off, it's kind of like, oh man, this is nice. I feel like it's Christmas again. And that's kind of why I got into this. It's because like, why am I cheating myself of life? So what if I crash and break my skull? We're already dead. We're already dead. So why not live a little? And just like that guy who was told he was going to be paralyzed from the neck down, why not live? Look at this. Look at this. This is beautiful. I mean, this is not a car, okay? Hold on. Can I get a light on here? Hold on. Let me pause for a second and turn a light on. Look at that. Hamboards. These are like 60mm wheels, I'm told. These are the trucks. It's a beautiful board. It's signed. Let me spin this around. Man, this is a beautiful board. Look at that. And see how the trucks... So this is a surf skateboard, so the trucks are a little more, I would say, and I don't know anything about, I have no idea what I'm talking about. But why I bought it is because these trucks are more loose, and you can kind of use your body to swivel and kind of propel yourself down the road. It's signed. It's just as advertised. You know, and when I bought it online, I was like, the sticky tape, what they call sticky tape that allows you to grip, I mean, this is actually colored. I actually think it's like impregnated glass. And they do a really nice job. These are beautiful boards. And I don't even know what I'm talking about, but like, all of a sudden I find myself like wanting to watch Ridgemont High and like saying words like gnarly and, you know, yo, Mr. Han, aloha, and like, you know, let's get some tasty waves. There's a cutout there, I guess, so when you turn, the wheel doesn't hit the board. And this is like, I heard that 7-ply maple is what you want, Canadian maple, but this has birch in it. But, you know, I'm going to go by the reviews, and I trust this company. And this is a real beautiful, this is somewhere between a longboard and a cruiser, I guess. You know, I just wish there was more information online when I bought this, but I think I settled on the right company. I think I settled on the right board for me. I was looking at a Pescadito, I think it's called, there's another board, it's really small, I forgot what it's called, that was really specialized for pumping, and it was advertised as the most stable board, but I kind of like the idea of a longboard. I mean, this is beautiful. So what I intend to do is, you know, I gave you a little information about why I got into this, and I have no right being a skateboarder. I'm a 54-year-old man, I'm risk adverse, but I'm like, let's live a little bit. Let's try this out. Let's see if I can get some core exercise and get back in shape. So what I plan to do is just like clean this up, post this video, and maybe I'll kind of show you my struggles with riding this thing. Hey, worst comes to worst, I never ride this thing again. It was 200 bucks. It was 200 bucks. I spend that on a meal on a Saturday night. It's 200 bucks. Really? I mean, it's worth just getting it in the mail for 200 bucks. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna see if we can ride this thing. We're gonna see if we can break my neck. And, you know, maybe my next video will be from a wheelchair. So thanks for tuning in. Come on, please subscribe to KAFKUBA. I know it's random. I know my videos are like all over the map. But, you know, bear with me because, you know, I want to live life. Take care, guys. Thank you.